Hey cats, what's happening? You know, when I first bought this property, this is pretty much what it looked like from the road. Just kind of a wet swampland. And back in those days, this was just a little country road. Nothing but farm equipment and maybe a couple Amish buggies coming down through here. But over the years, the population growth has grown so rapidly, and the traffic has picked up tenfold on this road. Now the cars go down here 70 miles an hour. Now when I first started looking for property, I tried to go through the realtor, but a realtor was of no help at all. I don't know why realtors don't want to help you buy property. They want to sell homes, and that's about it. So I ended up just kind of going out every night in the truck and driving the different roads and following the grids on the map and looking for sale signs of where property was up for sale. When I found this particular plot of land, the sign was in the weeds. It was just kind of buried in the weeds like this, like you see here. I could barely see the sign there. And I kicked the weeds away and I got the phone number off the sign, but the property looked like this. It was all swampy. Now you can imagine nobody wanted to buy swampland. So I started looking, and the further I followed it back, it started going uphill on the dry land. I also noticed that it kind of dropped off this way, and it looked like I could drain it out. I walked back in through the brambles and the brush, and I actually found a stream back in there. Now this stream here was non-existent at the time. This was all swamp in here. And my son and I took a shovel and we just cut like a little tiny ditch down through here. And over the years, with the water just continuing to erode it, you can see now that that little ditch we first shoveled is now a pretty good sized stream, and it takes a lot of water. Pretty much dried up the swamp that was in here, and the water now runs off and drops down over into that area where that other stream is. So we've pretty much done a lot to dry this up. And then we put a driveway in. That was no easy task. We had to put down some fabric and then layer it in with layers of heavy stone and build it up. So, I mean, you can see the driveway's kind of crowned up, so it's almost like a bridge that comes across the swamp here. And some of it still holds water in there, as you see. This is down in the front. As we go up towards the house, though, we just keep going uphill. It dries right up. So as I got up to the top of the hill here, I realized it was suitable building if I could get a driveway up to it. And I made an offer. I think it was on the market for, I don't know, probably around 20 grand for about 5.5 acres. And I made an offer for 15 grand. And the lady that owned the property, it was given to her as part of a, I think her father's estate. So she had never even been out here. She was handicapped, overweight, and she had never even saw the property. She just heard it was worthless swampland, and so she gave me the offer. Flat up 15 grand. It was mine. And that's the story of how we got our property. What a crappy day. Pouring down rain. But it's warm. I mean, what do you expect from March? We're rolling into spring. As you could see, grass isn't really greening up yet, but it will. The buds are starting to come out, and soon spring will have sprung. Birds are all happy. They're singing away. We're starting to see signs of it. I think they might be calling for snow this weekend again. At least temperatures down around freezing, so, but you'll get that. But for now, that's pretty much all I got. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about how I got this property and how I worked it. That was back in early 90s. I think we started building here in 1992. So I don't think you would buy property for 15 grand anymore, not 5 acres, maybe a quarter acre lot or something. Depends where you're at too. A property around here, it just keeps going up because it's in demand. Everybody wants to live out in the country. But we got it real nice. We've got, this is all farmland down here on the south side of our property. So you're not going to see any homes there for a while. And over on the north side of our property over here, the house is out by the street. So this is kind of their back lot, and they don't do anything with it. It's just woods back there. And everything way in the back there behind us is just like old woods, old growth woods. It goes back, I don't know, a couple hundred acres. And it's all land conservancy. So that being said, land conservancy means they can never build on it. It's just left to be a conservation area. So that's pretty cool that we have a conservation area right behind our house. It's just woods. So it's home for the deer, the raccoons, and all the critters. And we get the joy of nature to be able to watch all that stuff right here in our backyard. So God's blessed us over the years. We're very, very blessed to have this place. And we take it for granted a lot, but when you come home and, this is our home, and when we're here, we're happy, we're content. We really don't need anything else. We don't need to go anywhere else. Of course, we like to go camping and stuff like that just to get away, but I'll tell you what, most people would pay to take a vacation to stay at our property. It's that nice. All right, cats. Well, that's all I got for today. I'm going to go in and dry off and relax for a little bit this evening. Maybe put some movies together and get them back up. It's a constant job here, keeping you guys satisfied with more movies. Like them, share them with other people, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and keep watching. We're sure to entertain. Until next time, make your life a great adventure.